So, you know how if you open a bag of M&Ms, there are
Mm-hmm.
different colors.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm with you so far. Danielle joining us?
no, it's just us. She said she sat out in the sun and she's tired. Well, her whole text is, "Oh, I laid out in the sun for an hour and now I'm exhausted.
She's a
Better
good
like
cousin.
this." She's a great cousin. She's my
She is.
my
I'm
best
happy I
friend.
have her as my cousin now.
Yeah, she's your cousin too.
Yeah.
We should just rename
Yeah.
the show to
Chuckle
Cousins.
cousins.
Chuckle Cousin. That's so funny.
Chuckle cousins isn't
Cousin.
as bad though. It's not
That's
nearly as bad as Chuckle sisters though.
no, Chuckle
Anything with
Sisters.
Chuckle.
Okay, so I started watching TV again, and Hulu has this show, and it's like the Mormon sisters or something, but they look like the Real Housewives.
I saw an ad. It was just a picture for sister wives, but not to be mean, they all looked like men. Wait, can I show you just so you know I'm not
I know
okay?
exactly who you're talking about though, because I
Do you?
watched that show
All
for
of
like
them.
I used to
It
watch
could
the
just
show
be that
religiously,
picture.
like
Hear me
yeah,
out.
Sister Wives basis.
Hear me
Okay.
out.
Someone said his hair looks like ramen noodles.
It does, but can we? Every each one of those women looks like it could be a man. Don't tell me you
I
don't agree with that.
I don't agree.
This one's not as much, but still, yes.
That's Mary,
And even
woman.
that one.
That
It's
one
just
kind of
odd
has
that
the mouth of like Mrs.
statistically.
Doubtfire.
Yeah, you're right.
Pull up a Mrs. Doubtfire mouth.
And you
Look
know,
at it.
Mrs. Doubtfire was. It was a man.
Oh my God.
Is the camera from below, so it gives them all a big jaw?
That's
It's
kind of
just
what they
weird.
look
Like
like.
like I said, statistically, it's weird.
It's
It has to be
funny.
the angle of the camera.
It probably is the angle.
Welcome to Ash and Fitzy. We're gonna do shower thoughts today.
Yeah.
I don't really have shower thoughts. I have like dog walking thoughts.
So I do have one.
Yeah,
Well, kind of two.
go for it.
So you know how if you open a bag of M&Ms, there are
Mm-hmm.
different colors.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah, I'm with you so far.
okay, I'm glad you're following.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they make a brown one? Like, why did you put all the colors and then also brown is the dumbest color. You could have came up with other, what is there? Red, blue, yellow, green,
Green.
and then brown?
Yeah, you're right.
Chocolate's all right? Chocolate already is brown, and you're gonna put you could have done a seafoam green, a teal,
They do
a
have different ones with
purple.
different colors, though, right?
Now,
Yeah, but originally, yeah, why would they make it brown? You're
right?
right. That's a weird choice. Diversity, I guess. Yeah, being able to tolerate the sound of your own voice in a video is probably the highest form of self acceptance. Does your voice sound different to you when you hear it back?
No,
Neither does
I'll
mine.
watch videos of myself. I love watching videos of myself. That's all I do is watch videos of myself.
But your voice sounds, if you talked into something and played it back, your voice would sound the same as it does as you're speaking.
I think it sounds a little different, but
Mine sounds the same. It
not.
always has. I
I
never
don't get
understood
upset.
that.
Like so many people hate the sound of their own voice. I'm like, no, I don't care.
Always sounds exactly the same as it sounds as I'm
Yeah,
speaking.
yeah.
I don't know what that is. I wonder if that's an autism thing. Wouldn't that be weird? That might be a thing actually that changes soon. People hear themselves so much more
Yeah,
now
it's
than they
true.
did in the past.
So true.
A happy birthday, by the way.
It's not my birthday.
Oh. Oh, mine, more of a dog walking thought. I think that if birds switched places with us, then they would be really pissed off about it. Because they wouldn't be able to go where they want to go.
That's so
Right?
fair. I think about that all the time. Not the bird switching places, but to be a bird. I'm like, look at them. They just fly wherever the fuck they want to
Yeah, and then
go.
imagine being a bird, and then you had to be a human. You'd be like, everything is just down here all the time. Like it's all just this.
This
Like
is it.
I could go forward and this way and that way, but I can't go up and down. I'd be like, fuck. So if I want to go up to the top of that tree, I can't. I can't do that. It's
I
fucking
never thought
lame.
about that. But
They'd be
yeah, that's
pissed off. They would
funny.
not be happy about it.
Yes. I do get mad sometimes that I'm not a bird
Yeah, I
because
get mad
they
that you're
just
not a bird.
thank you so much.
Anxiety's like when video game combat music is playing, but you can't find any enemies.
Oh
You ever
no.
have that happen when you're playing something? And all of a sudden
Yeah.
it's like, "Da-da-da-da-da-da," and you're like, fuck.
Yep. And then you get shot.
Where is he? Yeah.
Hmm.
Whoever created the tradition of not seeing the bride in the wedding dress beforehand saved countless husbands everywhere from
Mm.
hours of dress shopping and will forever be a hero to all men. That's a good one, and it's
Yeah.
true. And I'm
Yeah.
thankful also because I would want nothing to do with that.
My other one was, you know how they say that sometimes spiders and like insects in your house are more afraid of you than you are of them? Is that true? Because I save all the animals I find in my
Hmm.
house. Like I
Yeah,
save the spiders. And I'm wondering if they're
me too.
thinking, "Oh my God, there's a giant," and they're deathly afraid, or they're just doing their spider thing and not paying attention to me.
They're like, oh, one of them's taking me outside again.
Yeah,
I'm all the way
right.
back in. And they like know exactly where they're being taken, and then they just come back inside the house again. Like takes them like a day to get back where they were. It throws off their whole schedule for the week. Oh yeah, this one I've thought of before. Avatar, the highest grossing film of all time, seems to have made zero impact on culture. No one references the movie and no one really talks about it since it was released 10 or now 16 years ago. Isn't that true
That's
though?
fair. Hmm.
Like I saw it. I remember being like, "Oh, that's cool."
I didn't care
But it's
for
the
it.
highest grossing film for whatever reason. And then people just forgot about it after they saw it.
Well, then they made another one, something with the water, and then
Oh yeah. I didn't think I saw the
they
second one.
have a whole thing in Disney,
Oh, weird.
and it's honestly one of the best rides.
It's
Flight of
definitely
Passage.
cool. Like and visually the movie was really cool. But
Yeah,
but it
like
is weird
the
that it's not for such a high grossing film. Like it's not people never talk about it. So it
she's like,
comes
it's
so you
just
put it on a flat surface, then it
they
comes down
take
and
it. You
they
don't do
take
anything.
they take that titty.
They take. She took my titty. Like, yeah, you put it on the machine,
And then it comes and it
like
flattens it like
this.
this. Yeah.
I put the titty here. Yeah, and then another thing comes down, and she like cranks it,
No, I'm not
and
doing
it's
that.
like just flat. I'm like,
I'd rather have breast cancer.
that's fair.
Somebody at Google was just like, yeah, just have someone drive down every road on fucking Earth. I've thought about that before too, because it's like,
Yeah,
that's such a huge undertaking that I'm surprised it happened.
yeah,
Like, I could understand the idea of it, like them coming up with the idea, but I feel like I would have been like, well, yeah, that would be great, but how are we gonna,
do that.
you know what I mean? How are we gonna
Yeah,
get footage of almost every single
and they
road?
did,
And they fucking
and they
did.
did.
I was thinking that like flies or like gnats that are like go around where you're just whatever anything where you're like going like this, they're
Yeah, like
ballsy
little
as
fruit flies.
fuck. Yeah,
That's true.
because if I was trying to like land on someone's face and then a huge hand that's like the size of my building was like boom and knocked me like 2 blocks 3 blocks away, I'd be like, oh, okay, never mind. I wouldn't go back and try to go near that person's face again. But think of how many times you're doing this to the same bug and it's still just like,
I
you
never
know,
thought about that.
ballsy. Pavlov probably thought about feeding his dogs every time someone rang a bell.
Oh,
College students don't want to go to graduation ceremonies, but they go to please their relatives. Well, relatives don't want to go, but they go to support the students. We should all just be honest and skip that ceremony and go out for pizza.
yeah. Well, some
100%.
college students actually want to go to their graduation. I wouldn't. I don't care.
No, I wouldn't either.
I didn't go to
I feel
college,
like,
so
yeah, I didn't finish college. So maybe that has something to do with it. There's nothing I would accomplish where I'd want people that know me to be there and see me get the physical piece of paper or whatever. I feel like if aliens visited us, which is something I think about all the time. Being an alien myself, I always think along these
Yes.
lines.
Yeah.
If aliens visited us and they attended a funeral, I feel like they would be surprised to hear that everyone dies because of the way
Yeah.
we react to death. A
Do
really
you
big deal. They
believe in
wouldn't think
aliens?
everyone.
Like,
I actually don't.
mm,
Like, I mean, obviously I'm open minded on it and I don't have
yeah.
an answer, but for some reason I feel like they don't exist.
I
Because I feel
think
like this
that,
all of this is different than how most people see it anyway. My whole view of everything is different. So
well,
that's
yeah,
why.
I've been told multiple times by like mediums that I know and trust that I'll be able to communicate with like extraterrestrials. And I was like aliens? And they're like, yeah. And like, I kind of believe, I don't believe that they're like little green creatures, but I
Right.
do believe that we're not the only universe out there and that there's other galaxies and stuff that obviously, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if anything, it would be other dimensions.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I don't think there's
Well,
anything in space.
oh, oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I do. But
Yeah, I mean, there could be, obviously. I just feel like there isn't for some reason.
there's probably at least one white guy adopted and raised in China who speaks English with a Chinese accent, and strangers just assume he's a total asshole.
Wait, there actually, I feel like I saw a video of it, like a blonde white guy. Let's look real quick.
Oh,
Hang on. This is a white guy with an Asian accent.
oh, all right, let's hear it.
2 years in China, then some more got 5 years in the States. In local schools, only blonde person hard to do anything. Always stand out one. China, same thing. They call me 金发,
Jingfa, golden hair.
golden hair.
That's
How long have you lived in
crazy.
Singapore? Singapore, 9 years already.
9 years, and then before that,
2 years in China, then some more got 5 years in the States. In
Wow.
local schools, only blonde person hard to do anything. Always stand out one. China, same thing. They call me 金发,
Jingfa, golden hair.
golden hair.
Wow,
long have
that's
you lived in
cool, isn't it?
Singapore?
Yeah.
Weird. It like fucks with my head. Oh, also, I thought this isn't. I guess it's kind of a shower thought. But I feel like right now we're in a time where. So you know how you think back on like when the internet became a thing, because obviously it didn't feel weird before the internet at all. It felt normal, but it was so different than after the internet. I feel like right now we're at an even more sped up version that has to do with AI. So I feel like the days of being like, oh, here's video evidence of something are going to be gone
Yeah.
very, very soon. And that's a huge difference in our society.
Sure.
That we're in that right now.
I know.
We're at the crossing of, before AI and after. That's happening right
Yep.
now. It's weird to think
I didn't
about.
really think about that till you just said it.
It would be cool if after you died you could see the top 5 times you almost died.
Oh,
I bet you wouldn't
yeah.
even know about any of them.
Probably not. I wonder if there was a time. I'm sure there's times I almost died.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do you know of any?
Car accidents, or yeah,
It's got to be all car related things where something happened
yeah.
like right behind you, like you almost. I don't know.
It kind of makes sense that the target audience for fidget spinners lost interest in them so quickly.
I feel like they
It's
didn't though, because
me.
those were around for like longer than they should have been. I feel
I
like
never got one because I was like, oh, I'll lose it.
I got one. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you get a heavy one, they feel nice.
How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the. Why did that song even pop into my head?
I know how to sing that song backwards. Window, then doggy, that is much how.
I still love the Titanic. And I'll tell
Me
you what,
too, yeah. Oh yeah,
yeah,
we talked about this before.
yeah, I love it.
It's one of the best
And
movies ever made.
yes, I will watch it every single time it's on TV.
It is really good. The ensemble
It's sad. It's
stuff,
fucking
like
sad.
the big when the shit hits the fan, just all the scenes that have like all the extras and where there's a lot of people. Like you could watch like anyone in the back, and it's like on point, 100%. Like the coordination of those big scenes with all the people in them like freaking out or whatever. It's just so good. Like it's so well made.
Well,
Yeah, it's
he
just
didn't
really
fuck
well done.
around.
Yeah, and he had a shit ton of money too, which which helps. But I mean, it's just great.
Yep.
A guy named Weird. I read that as Weird AI instead of Weird Al.
I read it as
Uh-oh, it's
Weird Al.
starting. Guy named Weird Al has had a 40-plus year long career with no allegations of sexual impropriety. But he's not really around
Wow.
anymore, though.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No.
with a name like Weird Al. That is kind of funny. Weird AI Yankovic. In the anime, next. Since there are 3,600 seconds in an hour, and most people make less than $36 an hour, their time is worth less than a penny per second. It's literally worth your time to pick up a penny off the ground. That's interesting from the
Yeah.
ground.
That is interesting.
But is it worth your effort, though? That's what the deal is. I also realized I feel like it's colder at night. There's more to that
Yeah, it's
sentence.
the
I
sun
promise.
isn't out. What?
I said there's more to that sentence. I promise, because I heard
Oh, I was
myself.
gonna
Like,
tell you
I
like
feel
the
like it's colder at
sun's
night,
like
right?
when the sun isn't
Yeah. I
warming
feel
our
like,
planet.
so if it says it's like 60 degrees, 60 degrees at night feels colder than 60 degrees during the day. And even as I'm saying that now, part of me is like, well, yeah, because it's night. But it's like, no, it should be the same. Lamps and video games use real electricity. That's good. Humans cannot live in harmony with their own species and somehow still convince themselves that meeting an extraterrestrial species would go smoothly. I feel like most
Not
people think it
everybody.
won't go smoothly, right? I feel like most people are afraid of it.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a good one. The internet both almost killed off the postal service with email and then made it more needed than ever with online delivery.
Mm. Do you like my jawline? Do I have a nice jawline?
You do, yeah. Do you have
Okay.
like this yet? Every second of every day, about 300 people are simultaneously spilling drinks all over the world. If you think about that, it's funny. Like right now,
Yeah.
a whole shit ton of people are like, "Ooh," with a drink, and then right now again. Why is that so funny? Or like falling. How many people are falling right now? Just like
Yeah.
tripping and falling on the floor, like masses of people. And people be like, "Oh," and helping them up. Like that's happening constantly right now. Ooh, oh. Why is that so funny? If you could read minds at the gym, you'd mostly hear people counting slowly and with great intensity. Like 4, 8, 2, 8, 20,
One, two.
8, 17.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. A congenitally deaf person, so a person born deaf, witnessing someone whistling for the first time must be incredibly confused.
Why?
Because they would just see someone like,
Oh.
we should all have AI safe words we tell people who are close to us in order to prevent malicious deep fakes of ourselves. We should
Trap.
we should make what's our safe word? Chuckle sisters.
Chuckle. Yeah.
Okay. But it can't be because if we publish this, the AI will hear it.
Oh.
So we'd have to come up with one in person.
Okay.
But we'll pretend it's Chuckle Sisters for now so that the AI will be tricked.
I don't think whisperings.
What?
Nothing.
You think AI can hear whispering? Is that what you're saying? Is it that advanced already?
Yes.
Damn. That's about it. Okie dokie.
Okay. I love you.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye. Window the in doggy, that is much how. Tail waggity the with one the. Window the in doggy, that is much how. Sail for doggy, that hope do I think.